Jake is alive and well. This is Dick's nephew. Take it away, good boy.
Something my Uncle Nick used to always say when he tried to get out of work was, "I'm 43, I got kids," which made no sense. Another one was, "Bear die. Hope they close it next year," which is my favorite Deadliest Catch line. He loved you so much, Julie, and you know that. And Miles and Emmy, I don't know if you know or remember, you obviously couldn't. When I was young, when I was about your age, I wasn't doing so well, and I was badly into drugs, and I wish my mom was here today, but she has an appointment, and we thought I was gonna die. I mean, it was pretty promising that was gonna happen. And Nikki came along, your dad, your husband, your love, and I remember what he told my mom, and he said, I got it, Donna, I got it. And there was one thing I remember too about my dada taught me one of the three most important things in life, and that's love, hope, and faith. And it was something that ran thick in Nikki's blood, because he always used to teach me those same things. And he brought me up on his boat, Susie B2, which was the worst. I mean, excuse me, it was the worst fucking boat. But it was the funnest boat. I just was on the nicest Bristol Bay boat. It had a stateroom and VCR, and it was top of the line. I got fired because I couldn't stay out of the Cuddy Sark. And we had a great time, and a lot of the times Uncle Nick would go on the fly bridge, and for everybody that doesn't know what a fly bridge is, it's basically on top of the house of the boat. It's where Nicky would stand. He didn't have a real fan to it, it had some pipe, and it was like open, and well, I'd be down in the whiskey, the R&R, and there was one time he had to chase me down there because all we would eat was sausage and cheese. And I don't know if he still does that at home, but it was sausage and cheese and then whiskey. And then for me, it was Coke. It was supposed to be only Coca-Cola. But he knew, because he couldn't get a hold of me, and he had to run down off the fly bridge to come get me, and we smacked right pile into the net barge. I don't know if you heard about that story that I did, but head first right into it. And so after that, it wasn't easy for your dad, and for him dealing with me for a little bit but eventually he gave me the most powerful gift that anybody has ever given me in my whole life, and that is hope. He gave it to my mom, and since then he loved me when nobody else seemed to love me, when I couldn't love myself, when nobody trusted me, when I had no friends. He was there with his palm, probably dirty, and his gravelly voice to lend his hand to me. And if I've become successful in my own right throughout the years, but I am a product of my Uncle Nick. I never got to really party with him like everybody did. You know, I didn't even really get to tell the good like drunk stories either, because he'd tell me to shut up. I wasn't allowed. You know, it's like everybody else was allowed to tell the dirty stories, but I couldn't. And so throughout the years, you know, your dad, what he did for me, he was there when my sister died. He was there when my father went missing in the woods. He was there for me when I didn't have much support. And when we talk about Deadliest Catch or whatever, I'm around basically vultures who would love to exploit and your dad was all I had. And he was there, and he protected me as best as he could. And after not to make it all sad, it's actually really happy, but eventually, you know, I got married, and I got a house, and I got my own job, and I moved on and I became really successful. But the point of all this isn't about me. It all came from my Uncle Nick. It was all him who did it, just by a very simple gesture of lending a hand out. And it changed my life forever, and it helped a mother who was so desperate. And my mom and I will never forget that. And that's who your father was. So, thanks. But to be on the lighter note, my favorite deadliest catch line of all time is, "Bear die! I hope they close it next year." Sorry, Joe.